Okay, so today's video, I've been thinking about this kind of off and on for the last probably year when I tried to reconcile two things that I'd been hearing as it relates to content on the internet. I believe it's Dave Adamson who talks about, probably in the best light, that context matters more than content online. That, content used to be king online, and I think it still is when you get to like lower levels of entertainment or just kind of pulp content, if you will, like stuff that's just produced out. That content matters, but that context matters more. And this is kind of like not juxtaposed, but like held in tension with kind of the ideas that Gary Vaynerchuk talks about, where you want to document, not create. That it is just like getting the stuff out there, and then from that conglomerate, that bulk of stuff, you can kind of refine down better ideas when it comes to content, or when it comes to producing stuff about your life or your niche or anything like that, and how all that relates to Christianity and how we act online. And I got thinking about the idea that what is like the primary piece of content that Christians have in common. A lot of people think that this is the sermon, because we go to church and we hear a sermon, we hear a talk, and it seems to make sense. It's what we didn't do when long form content was getting more and more popular online, when the TED Talks, started becoming more popular, and now we're looking at TED Talks as if they discovered something, revolutionary, or that they're doing something new. No, they're preaching short secular sermons. That's what they're doing, and the fact that Christianity wasn't participating in the media platforms in that way en masse, to provide short non-secular sermons, is kind of like a shortcoming of the church in its hesitancy to adopt, online tools to, spread the gospel. But I don't think it actually is the sermon. What I think it is the testimony. And what got me thinking about this is it is the one thing that everyone has in common between Christian faiths. So as a Protestant, as someone who goes to an Alliance church, my testimony is going to mean the same thing as someone who goes to a Pentecostal church, who goes to a Wesleyan church. How you come to Jesus, that is one thread in the rich tapestry that is, the universal church. And what got me thinking about it as a piece of content is if we have that and we use the internet like a tool, what you can do with that piece of content is radically show the people what the Christian faith is made out of. And this would be a simple experiment. I'd love to see it take off. It's probably not. But imagine everyone having a video, just cell phone, video like this, talking about how they came to Jesus, and only posting it or reposting it or doing, new versions of it on Easter. And then everybody posts it, at the same time, on the same day, with no description, nothing else, just one hashtag, Easter 2023 or Easter 2024, or, that kind of thing. If that kind of cultural movement could be created, what you would see is that there would be Christians online, and everyone knows there's Christians online, but all of a sudden, what would be brought to the forefront in a pivotal moment, at the time we celebrate Christ's sacrifice for us, is how that sacrifice has affected each individual, and the hashtag would make it go viral. And we all know this, like stuff goes viral or stuff trends all the time on Twitter just based on what people are talking about. And we have an ingrained demographic that would allow us to do that. And it seems like this kind of impossible, like how do you get all the Christians to use the same thing in the same way at the same time for the same reasons? And to that, I just want to take a step back before the internet and ask you if you know what the letters WWJD mean. Because you do. I know you do. If you're a Christian, you know what those words mean. They were sloganized into, ad absurdum during the 90s when it became a thing. WWJD has meaning, and I'm not going to tell you what it is in this video because you know what it is. You know what those letters mean. And that's what I mean is Easter 2024. Everybody knows what Easter is in the church, and everybody knows what 2024 or 2023 or insert date here that's in the future. Everybody knows what that is. But if we had our content, our core piece of content, which is the Christian testimony, if everybody in a church, let's say of 1,000, a good-sized church, had their video of their testimony ready to go, and then posted it all on the same day with just that hashtag, with just that description, with just those keywords, Easter 2023. What you would see is millions of people all doing different things but for the same reason. And that would make a viral impact on the internet, and it would use the internet like the tool it is to present the gospel to an unbelieving world, because you wouldn't be able to get away with it or get away from it. You wouldn't be able to get away from it. It would be everywhere, and it wouldn't be just, one video that's annoying you, because you've seen too much of it. It wouldn't just be like a picture that's slowly getting turned into a meme. No, it would be this flood of meaning, because it would all be, the same thing, the same description, Easter 2023, but it would all be different stories about how Jesus changed people's lives, how he redeemed them from sin, how he rescued them from a life that was leading to death and brought them into a life that was leading to life, how he brought them into families of faith, all those things. And all it would take is Easter 2023 and people willing to do a phone as simple as the one I'm doing right now with a smartphone. I know I got the lapel mic, but that's easy. You could do it without one. And I think that that is the core piece of Christian content that could change the world using the internet. Then it's not, how we do our Instagram posts. It's not how we do, church sermons or how we rip pieces of those sermons into smaller bits. It's not, how our websites are or what they offer. It's not the questions we ask. It's the story of Jesus' work in our lives that would preach the gospel for us because it preached the gospel in us. And that core content, stripped of everything that makes the internet manipulative, would take what's meaningful to the Christian life and make it explode at scale. So just a thought. I'm thinking about doing it this year, just as like a test. I hope you join in. I hope this goes viral and everyone gets the idea. It'd be awesome. But yeah, some food for thought. Can't wait to talk to you guys later.